What's up, y'all? Naturegirl 30 here, and this is the season finale, season 2 finale. We finally made it, guys. The season 2 finale of Girl Meets World, Girl Meets Legacy. I'm gonna be honest, there was really no legacy making here. I mean, at least in my opinion. You would think that, I don't really see them leaving anything behind, but I will see that what they actually did appreciate. You can tell that with Farkle, you could tell that with Lucas, and you can also tell that with Maya, that their teachers really meant something to them. As well as with Riley, that she actually realizes that her dad means a lot more to her than she's ever imagined. The fact that she felt like that she wasn't ready yet, that she didn't have enough to be taught. You know, that there wasn't enough that was taught to her, and that she's not completely finished where she was, and how she's gonna miss her dad. Everybody had at least one individual that they appreciated. With Maya, it was her art teacher. With Farkle, it was his science teacher. And honestly, with Lucas, it was the janitor. And I love that janitor. He came so far from being a bully in Boy Meets World, man. And it was so touching to actually see him be thanked by Lucas. And it was also touching to see how much Corey meant to Riley, not only as a dad, but also as a teacher. And yeah, they kind of touched on the love triangle thing, especially the fact that, it was something that they didn't really talk about since New Year's. And I was really impressed with Lucas. The fact that Lucas actually stepped up first and be like, look, we got to talk about this. We haven't talked about this since New Year's. It is springtime now. We got to talk about it. The fact that he took the first step really does impress me. That shows me that there is some growth. And that shows me that he really does care about both those girls. And he doesn't really know exactly what his feelings are yet. But that's something that they're going to have to discover probably down the line. I'm not sure if it's going to be in high school, but other than that, it's something that they're going to discover down the line. And you can also tell that these girls are really afraid of their friendship ending, and also the fact that they're going to fight and not talk anymore, and that's still lingering over. But I'm kind of okay with it because I thought it was going to be force fed down our throats. It was going to be beaten to death like a dead horse. Maybe that does sound a little bit too brutal, but honestly, I'm saying that I thought that this was something that was going to drag on forever. But they really did it very, very well. They didn't really focus so much on the love triangle. They focused on the fact that these guys were leaving. They were leaving middle school and transitioning to high school. And this was something that they were still struggling with, as well as their feelings. But the one person that I respect the most besides Lucas is definitely Corey. Corey said that, as a teacher, I was wrong. I taught you guys to not show your feelings too much. I told you guys to keep it in. I was wrong. And the way that he actually had the test at the very end of the show was great. I really thought that was great. I saw that there was so much growth with not only Maya, but there was also growth with Lucas. There was also growth with Riley, as well as Farkle. I thought I would see a little bit more Farkle in this episode. It's more expression with Farkle. But the one time that I actually did see a little bit of expression with Farkle was with his science teacher. And it shows how much he loves science, but also how much he appreciates that science teacher because that science teacher understood him. I don't really know his name, but I do know that he is somebody that Farkle really does respect. But the one disappointment of the entire show was the fact that Zay only made an appearance toward the very end. This is a huge transitioning point with the main four. And I really wanted him to feel like he was included with the main four. But he was only there at the very end, so honestly, you can't really connect with the guy. Throughout all of season 2, you saw a lot of growth with Zay, especially after Girl Meets Texas. And now that he finally got the girl that he's always wanted, it seems like that now he doesn't want anymore, and I'm hoping that he doesn't regress. I love the fact that he has so much built with his character moving on through season 2 that I don't want it to go back to square one. I want him to continue to grow. But honestly, the ending with him I didn't necessarily like, but it also seemed like he was trying to be somewhat of a friend to Lucas, especially with what was going on. But as for Lucas, it would have been nice for somebody like, look, you don't have to choose. Just enjoy life. Just go as you go, and don't think about it too much. It would have been nice to hear somebody say that. And especially coming from his best friend. But we didn't really hear that. This is something that has to continue to high school, and I gotta expect that. But they did it in the most tasteful way, and I'm fine with that. And there's another person that was missing. Smackle! Smackle made her appearance as the girlfriend of Farkle at Girl Meets New Year's. And honestly, we didn't see her at all. I thought she would at least be at the party, celebrating with Farkle, especially the fact that Farkle graduated. It would have been nice to see her there. But she wasn't there at all. And that was kind of disappointing. And also, it was disappointing not for Farkle to bring up the fact that he kind of blurted out how Riley felt. And the fact that, I did what was right. I hope you don't hate me. But we really didn't hear anything from him. He was kind of like there. But other than that, guys, I have no beef completely with this episode. I still have issues with the fact that Zay is still on the cast because we don't really see a lot of him. Throughout all of season 2, Zay was practically gone. He was there through here and there, and I know they didn't really do all the episodes in order, but the fact is that Zay was not there majority of season 2, and he wasn't even there towards the entire show except for at the end. And his name was on the very end of the plaque. I'm like, why put it there if he doesn't even have anything to contribute? What part of the legacy did he leave behind when he wasn't there to leave behind a legacy? It just felt like a cop-out to put Zay's name there because he was there throughout a few episodes. And he's not part of the main 4, so why have him there? I would have been fine if he went back to Texas. I would have been fine if he stayed with his girl. But they decided to keep him there, and it's just going to be weird. Well, not really weird. It just seems like he's going to be out of place. That's just how I feel right now. I feel like that Zay is just a character that's out of place, and that anybody can replace him. Even though he's had so much growth through season 2, he just kind of dropped off after Girl Meets Texas. So, other than that, I don't know. That was my only beef. But as for the episode and the way it's set up, I'm fine with it. Corey did a really great job in being a teacher, transitioning these kids to high school. And you can tell the emotion in his voice when he was speaking to the main 4. You can tell how much he really did love Riley as well as love Maya. And he has some respect for Lucas and Farkle. You can tell that those main 4 was the people that he was going to miss the most until the very end of the series, now that we know that he's actually going to be going to high school too. Now, I don't know whether or not he's going to be a teacher. I can't remember if they said he was going to be a teacher. But in my opinion, this is going to probably be another passing of the torch, indirectly, so to speak, because Mr. Feeney did the exact same thing in Boy Meets World. When Mr. Feeney was a teacher in middle school, he actually went to high school as the principal. Something is telling me that he's going to be a principal. The fact that he's got promoted, something's telling me he's going to be the principal of whatever high school they're going to be at. So he's going to be going through the exact same shoes as Mr. Feeney did. And I'm kind of interested to see how that goes. Especially the fact that Corey has grown up so much of how he used to be as a teenager. It would be interesting to see how he would be as a principal and who their teacher's going to actually be when they get to high school. So in a way, I'm very excited to this, and I'm looking very forward to season 3 and where it's going to go from here. But guys, I want to hear your thoughts about this. How do you feel about the season 2 finale? What did you think about the ending? Did you think the ending was a bit of a cop-out? Did you think it should have just ended at the party? Because honestly, I felt like it should have ended at the party. I didn't necessarily like how it ended at the bay window. But that's just me. I want to hear your thoughts. What did you think about season 2? And how do you feel towards season 3? And just let me know about how you feel about the entire episode. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And I'm looking forward to hear what you guys think about this episode, as well as how you guys feel about season 3 and what you predict is going to happen in season 3. Because I'm actually interested to know about it, and I really think it's going to be a really great season. But guys, that's it for me. I'm looking forward to season 3. Stay tuned to my reviews. Till then, this is Naturegirl 30 signing off. Peace out, y'all. Later.